All right, so far we've plugged in a 0, which gave us cosine 2, 0, and cosine of 0 is 1. 16 times 1 is 16. So if r squared equals 16, then r is either positive 4 or negative 4. So we actually have two different points on that same angle, because 0 degrees goes this way, but we have a positive 4 point and a negative 4 point. So now let's do 16 times the cosine of 2 times 30. So that would give us 2 times 30 is 60, right? Which is 1/2. So that would give us r squared is half of 16. So that would be 8, right? So r is going to be the square root of 8, which is approximately 2.8. And don't forget the plus or minus. Yeah. They want to come clean my room. I don't know why they want to come clean my room when it's just me in here. Nobody else's germs but mine. What's that? They can. And I've told them that flat out. And they say they're just following rules, that they're going to get in trouble from their supervisor if they don't come clean my room. Anyway, whatever. That's all good. Okay, 45. So I'm running out of space here. R squared equals 16 times the cosine of 45 times 2. So I feel like just writing 90. 2 times 45. So cosine of 90, which is 0. So r squared is 0. So that's just 0. All right, we should plot these points. So we have 30 degrees, 2.8, and negative 2.8. And then it goes back to 0. Okay, that only gives us half of our lemniscate. So here's though what happens. What if we try to do 60? I want to see what's going to happen. 60 times 2 is 120, and the cosine of 120 is negative. Ah, that's why. R squared equals 16 times negative 1/2. There's no real answer to that. So we can't even plug in 60 or 90. They're not going to work. Okay, so then let's go to 150. 150 is going to be 300, and the cosine of 300 is a positive number in the fourth quadrant. So that will take us back to our plus or minus 2.8. And then I'm going to just go to 180, spreading out here because I don't need that much room. So the cosine of 360 is 1, and 1 times 16 is 16. So that's plus or minus 4. Okay, so for 150, that's this angle right here. 150, so it's positive 2.8 or negative 2.8. Why am I getting lost? Right here. Whoa, did I put that in the wrong place? I think I put that the wrong place. It's right there. And then 180 would be this direction, positive 4 and negative 4. That just takes us back to where we started. So that's just going to give us, and I don't know what order these would graph in. I think it would jump, maybe. So what order did we get these in? Oh, it started at 4. So if we start at theta equals 0, it's going to come here and here. And that was our 30 degrees there and there. So it would start, if you all you did was go from 0 to 1, 0 to 45, you would just get that much of it. And then so that is because those are the cosines in the first quadrant. And then the cosines in the second and third quadrants don't end up, well, second quadrant doesn't work because that gives us a negative angle. So then third quadrant takes us to a fourth quadrant angle, which is a positive ratio, which works, and that will give us the other half of our lemniscate. What would happen if we went past 180? What do you think would happen if we went past 180 to numbers, actually plugging in numbers in the third and fourth quadrant? Yeah, it would. It would totally just start it over. Okay, so 210 would be 240, which would be quadrant 2. No, quadrant 3, so that would not be solvable. Yeah. So basically if you plug in more numbers, you're going to get more of them that are not solvable, and then you're going to get more that are solvable, and it's just going to repeat the same graph again. So if you go from angle 0 to 360, it's just going to repeat the graph twice on the same exact points, and there will still be half of the points that you can't do because you don't get a real answer for them.